It is 8 p.m., and while you are physically at home, your mind is still at the office. You are trying to engage with your family or a movie, but a nagging internal monologue keeps returning to that unfinished report or an unread email. This mental fixation is a biological reality called the Zeigarnik effect. Our brains are hardwired to keep incomplete tasks active in our working memory, making it difficult to fully disengage from work. Leaving the office with dozens of these unresolved open loops creates a continuous drain on your cognitive energy. It functions like a background application on a smartphone, slowly depleting your battery, even when you aren't actively using it. To address this, we use the 5-minute desk clear ritual. This is a shutdown protocol designed to provide the brain with the specific cues it needs to safely drop these tasks until the following morning. Implementing this daily protocol creates a reliable boundary between professional labor and personal life, facilitating the transition into a state of mental recovery. The ancient Indian tradition of niti, or prudent conduct, offers a timeless perspective on managing these mental burdens. In a Panchatantra fable, a monkey pulls a wedge from a sawed log, causing it to snap shut. Leaving tasks wedged open creates similar tension. Transitioning without a plan allows work-related thoughts to snap shut on your evening, causing burnout. The first step in preventing this is the brain dump. Grab a notepad and externalize every unfinished task occupying your working memory. Do not try to solve these problems now. The goal is simply to transfer the data from your internal memory to a physical medium. By listing these tasks, you begin the process of closing the loops, ensuring that your work doesn't randomly intrude on your thoughts later in the evening. However, simply writing down a vague list often fails to satisfy the brain's need for closure. The Zeigarnik effect persists if the mind still feels responsible for the how and when. This is where we apply the planning solution. Research indicates that scheduling a specific time to address an unfinished task provides the brain with a level of cognitive closure that is nearly identical to actually completing the task. For step 2, assign every item from your brain dump to a specific time slot. When you provide a concrete when for future work, your nervous system receives permission to archive the problem, trusting it will be handled. Now that the digital side is handled, we turn to the physical workspace. This involves choice architecture, designing your environment to support your mental state. Studies from the Princeton University Neuroscience Institute show that visual clutter competes for your attention, increasing the cognitive load on your brain. A desk covered in stray files is perceived as unfinished business, maintaining elevated stress levels. Step number 3 is the physical reset. Clear your desk of any items that are not essential for tomorrow morning's first task. Organizing the workspace removes the visual cues of pending labor. This physical reset helps lower your body's baseline stress, signaling that the professional day has concluded. Finally, step 4 is the transition. Take a breath, acknowledge the progress you made today, and firmly shut the laptop screen. By clearing the physical path and performing this definitive closing action, you release the cognitive arousal that would otherwise drain your energy throughout the night. Following these 4 steps effectively hits the save button on your professional day. The payoff is a restored capacity for rest. You can return home and fully engage with your family, knowing that your professional obligations are securely scheduled for tomorrow. Test this 5-minute shutdown protocol at the end of your current workday to see how it affects your ability to disconnect. Once you have secured your evenings, the next challenge is managing the constant interruptions that fragment your focus during office hours. Click the next video to learn about the One-Touch Protocol, a framework for handling information once to preserve your cognitive bandwidth for strategic work.